All right, guys. Welcome. Can you guys hear me all right? Staba and Leo? I get
Yeah, loud and clear, very loud and clear.
good. I didn't want thumbs
Hey,
up. I wanted to hear that sexy voice.
hey, oh, sorry.
Little down big fella.
Leo, how are you?
Hey, having an awesome day today. Had a good AMA at 2 o'clock, and that was really good AMA. Really went well.
Yeah, I think we got a chance to hit a new crowd of people that are in to invest. So that was beautiful, and it looks like that's going to be more of a common thing with them. So that's good. If you guys
Yeah, we had.
are,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
We had like 3 or 4 people already come in Discord.
Perfect. I thought I saw some new folks popping into Discord. So good.
Yep.
Um, I'll be popping in there. I haven't had time since I got home. I usually get home and it's right onto spaces for you guys, right? So um, we will probably not drag on too long today. There's not too many updates to really touch base with. But just so if anybody happens to be tuning in later on and not familiar with Xeno mining, we're mining Bitcoin, Litecoin, Doge, Cadena, and Nervos. Our pay cycle, first pay cycle already dropped. So if you guys haven't had a chance to go on there, double check your wrap BTC rewards. If there's any issue, uh, do not just look at the interface. You have to click on view because it's a fraction of Bitcoin. So it's going to appear as zero until you click on view, and then you'll actually see the numbers. If for some reason you're not viewing anything and you were staked by September 1st, make sure you open a ticket so we can start digging into it and figure out what went on. All right. I do know that there were some rewards that were pushed, but weren't showing up on the UI when people went to log in. So I'm not sure if it was a login issue that they were not on the right chain, right wallet, etc., whatever that might be. Right. So make sure you guys check that first. So as we alluded to you guys, this was not going to be a huge initial payout, but if you look at the cost of what we were selling our NFTs for versus what we got back with 10 machines and a short period of time, we are sitting very pretty when comparatively to some other projects. Okay. I don't want to get into specific comparisons because that's not what we're going to be about. We're about building our project and our community. Um, but we are sitting when we look at those numbers and rewards, we are doing well. Now that first payout, as I said, was only based on the 10 machines initially that we purchased for phase one. We now, as you guys, most people have known, we have also purchased additional miners. So now we're up higher, somewhere. I think we are on the 25. We did have to send a couple out for some warranty work because they were not hashing at the proper rate. So we're getting that addressed with the warranty work so they can get back. It usually takes around, I think, a little over a week between shipping them, getting the warranty work, and getting them back. And it may take a little longer to get them back and then make sure they're connected and online and hashing away properly. We've it does also make a difference, guys, what pools you're connected to. So we've had to do some experimentation with which pools we're connected to make sure that we're getting the best allocation of funds that we can and monitor everything. So just because there may not seem like much going on the front end does not mean that there's not a lot going on the back end. But I'm bumped. Um, and there's still a ton of work going on. So with that being said, do we have Aaron? Aaron, are you able to speak, Aaron? If you are, can you go ahead and I'll send you a request, or I don't, or Gary, one of you guys, come give kind of a quick minor update, more specifics, if you wouldn't mind. Let's see, Gary. I think Gary. I don't know where Gary went. Aaron, I sent you a request to speak. I'm not sure if you're able to come up. Yeah, there we go. Now I see you connecting. Hey, brother. How are you today? How's that East Coast treating you?
No, beautiful, beautiful weather. Can't complain.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything to really complain anyway because we can't change it, right? Like the governments can. So
No, of course.
we can do our part, obviously, and we do our part with being, even though proof of work, we use electricity, but we are conscious about the environment as we do that. So using renewable energy, obviously, is the way to go. So, but Aaron, are you able to give us a little bit more indications of kind of where we sit with the mining numbers? What's going on with that situation, orders, and potential timelines, possibly?
Yeah, so I heard you talking a little bit about. I was helping the kids have some homework, but I just stepped in the other room. So we got four S19s back online, three of which came from one distributor, one came from Badger, that was bad. And then we had a 1K A3 that is now in the warranty process as well, that has been underperforming. So we got a few BTC miners back up. Um, and, I think we were sitting around that 21 mark for those, plus the six, now 5K A3s,
Mm-hmm.
21, 26. And then we have 14, a new order of 14 that so we got that through Badger, and those are all confirmed, right? Those were six more L7s and eight more
S19s.
teams.
Okay.
Yes, so we have 44, and if my math is right. Sorry. So I'm doing third grade math in one room, and now simple,
Now,
right?
big boy
Uh,
math, huh?
yeah, this is core. What do they call it? Common core
Yeah.
math, right? So I'm trying to group in groups of 10, but it's not working.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, yeah, so that's where we're at.
So we got an
So
order that's been placed. So guys, it's going to take, I would say at least give it 30 days by the time they ship, they clear customs, they
yeah,
get in.
so China, Badger let me know China is on holiday until the 6th. They have a 1 week. We got it in last Thursday night, and Badger confirmed it. And China's on holiday till this Friday, but he said it was still going through, and they're going to have everything. Not everybody doesn't work, but he's going to get me tracking as soon as he's got those. As soon as he's
Good,
got it.
cool.
So
So we'll be able to keep an eye on those. Obviously, they have to clear customs, arrive at the facility, be set up, and then I wouldn't expect to see them online for at least 30 days just to be safe. But still, and then um, I think we're even looking at possibly placing another order. Is that correct? Possibly.
um, I'm not aware of any
Okay.
other ones
All
at
right.
this
I thought
point.
I saw something come in that potentially. Okay. So I could be mistaken, which is fine. Still,
So we
that puts.
we uh, we we were talking to them about. We were talking with Elite about a quote, but Badgers ended up being. We've felt more comfortable with his distributors
Oh,
versus Elites at this point. What happened with those first
sure.
L7s?
That makes perfect sense. So that will get us up to roughly like 44. So if you guys, if you obviously this first payout was not significant. We warned you it wasn't going to be because the number of miners period of time. But now, as we have more miners already online hashing away, additional miners on their way, the next payout will be January. So now we're looking at additional hashing and additional time. So the next payout's going to be even better, right? So, um, yeah, as much as you can follow your ammo that rewards if it's going to be significant enough to bump you up to the next tier. We do have a graphic in, I believe it's in the dig channel, possibly. If not, I'll repost it. Actually, I might even be able to. Well, I'd have to post it and then share the tweet. Anyway, there are the tier mining levels, and I think what's the next one above? Uh, 35K is max, and then it's 27K is the next level down from that. So if you're getting close, 27K, that will bump you up. Then you can allocate, use the ammo stake button on there. There's not going to be a ton of additions to the UI interface. Our plans are to keep the work on that somewhat minimal, so not to take up too much time of the dev, because what we plan on doing is integrating everything over to one website, so you'll be able to see all 3 collections and future collections under one user interface, and making that user interface much easier and much more elegant. So just beware, it's going to remain simple. If you need any help with getting ammo token added to your wallet, please let us know. And wrapped BTC, if you want to add that to your wallet, if you're going to claim, you're more than welcome to do that. I know a lot of people are just going to sit on it and wait for Bitcoin to do its bull run after the potential halving next year. Looks like around the April timeframe, we'll be seeing that. And that's when you're going to see those rewards really start to pay off, right? Because the market is down right now. So yes, the rewards are going to seem small, but if you take what you have now and you're able to keep stacking it for the next payout in January, then the next one would be March, and right before the halving begins. And then Bitcoin, after the halving, tends to see its rise, usually I think right around 6 months after that. So we'll see significant there. So we'll have a couple more pay cycles under us, and that's when you'll start to see that price of those rewards that you have that don't seem like a lot now will be even more significant then, right? So keep that all in perspective. Nothing has changed on our side as far as the timelines. Things are still moving forward, and we will keep you posted as improvements come along, right? And those additions. So, Leo, I know you got your hand up, and it's been up for a little while. Go ahead.
Hey, you want to hear something exciting?
I can't get too excited right now, man. I'm trying to concentrate. I mean, oh, wait, I'm
Okay.
sorry. You mean
Okay. Number one, 4.5 cents a kilowatt an hour. Number two, immersion in the future. Number three, 44 miners. How does that sound?
no? It's fucking fantastic, to be honest with you, because in the future, by immersion, we're looking at, and don't hold us to the fire on this, because anytime you're building anything out or it's being built out, you always run into logistical issues. But I think that we are hopeful that we will be in mining. And Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, sometime around the December timeframe. Okay, I must be right then. All right. So that's awesome. What else do we have exciting coming along? Os, I saw you come up to the speaker panel. I want to give you an opportunity. Thank you for posting that up there. Appreciate that. That's the graphic I was looking for. And you guys can see if you click on that image up in the top of the nest. Thank you, Osu. You'll see the levels. So once you have enough ammo that you can claim, don't forget there is a 10% tax on it right now. So you will be missing 10%. So make sure you allocate for that as well. It is a depreciating token, not depreciating,
Deflationary.
deflationary. Thank you. My God, my brain is mush right now. Um, that's because I was thinking of the other exciting news. So there have been some updates for those of you who have invested into the XEP. It sounds like finally we are going to get the XEP1 funds released very, very soon now, because of what they released in their Discord about the funds being released. So we look to have that back, and then being able to continue to grow that. XCP2 is already in. Fleece has been hammering away, making those funds put to work. And ultimately, we are going to make sure that those funds get back to you. or if you want to go ahead and stay in these pools and continue to let it grow. We've been discussing some options for folks that may not want to take profits, but may look to possibly take more Xenos right away with the profits and doing that. So that's just a little bit of what we've been talking about. Again, I bring that up not to hold us to the fire, but just to know that the team is constantly thinking of ways to make it easier for you guys. How we can add more value to the project, not only with the mining rewards. We know that those are going to take a little while, but with the access to AI trading platform, we've seen many people do very, very well with getting their money returned and making very good profits off of it in the end. So to bring that to you guys, however, they have are moving to a subscription type service. So we are figuring out our next steps with that. So, which does put a little bit of a damper on it from a little standpoint of it being a little bit more of a capital output, but to have the access that we have and do the funds that we do, you are best, not financial advice, this is only my opinion, you are best just leverage the XCP pools, especially as things continue to look very, very good as far as returns. Staba, Leo, is there anything else that I might have missed that you can think of? I feel like I just been like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to say out loud from my perspective with Xeno and that coming on as an investor first and then part of the team. You just got to realise that, we've got to put the key in something to start it, and it started. And from here on in, it's just going to get more and more powerful. So stick with it, fam, and just hold, and the joy will be at the end of it. And there's three things. First thing, let's. Second thing, fucking. Third thing, moon. That's fucking moon,
That's
bro.
fucking moon, yeah. We saw some after those first payouts came back. You saw some OGs start to move off the secondary. So some people were getting some really good deals on those, man. So somebody needed some liquidity, so they decided to let them go, and people were watching and picked them up. So kudos to those folks who added those OGs to their wallet. And if you guys, anybody who's listening to this or later on in a recording and not familiar with Xeno, what's significant about the OGs is they do earn you mining rewards as a second. It's not the primary, but when you hold an OG, you do get a portion of the community wallet. There's 5% broken out of that goes strictly to OG holders. And there's only 777 of those. So those can add up as you start adding them into your wallet to get the additional mining revenue from that community wallet. And not only that, we have what we have called a portal pass. So if you do hold a single OG and you then go and acquire 2 of our second battalions, then you get 3 Xenos. So if you hold them in that order, 1 OG, 2 second battalions, 3 Xeno, you now qualify for a portal pass, which is a free mint from the next follow-up collection, the first responders, which we will be, again, expanding the mining operation. So that can be huge, and they can be stacked, not staked, stacked, meaning you could have multiple OGs, multiple second battalions, and obviously multiples of the Xenos, and get multiple portal passes as long as you hold them in the ratio of 1, 2, 3. All right, Staba, Leo, if you guys want to pitch in there, go for it, my man. Start off with you, Staba.
You go first, Leo.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, apart from the investing, I just want to remind and FYI you guys that right now, well, because of soccer practice, Space Traveler that has his stuff on Tuesday nights for mental health, but it's really on Monday, and it's really good. It's really great for the veterans and first responders, and it's really good, for people that are dealing with trauma or PTSD, and just want to promote it.
Yeah, and for most of you, you might probably already know, being in the community, that space traveler does super well. It's been going for a long time, and we hope to continue to keep that success going, and not only that, build upon that with the retreat that we have planned to continue that awesome work. Right, we definitely know that with the rewards coming in, we are going to be able to make a difference for veterans and first responders, and really in IRL do the things that we want to be able to do, and do them well and do them big, much bigger than what we could without having mining rewards coming in. So when you start looking at the cost factor right now, we are in public mint, we are on the ETH chain. It's roughly 300 USD. And for the value that you're getting the proof of work mining. You get access to the XCP pools, uh, guys, and you're stacking ammo the entire time, which will be tied later on once we mint out. There's multiple ways to earn rewards, but for the price point, I definitely know that you can't beat the value of what we're bringing to you guys, right? And again, the price, once we hit 500 sales in this phase 3, the price is going to jump again. And again, so not to create any FOMO, and I know some people are waiting for rewards to come back from their XCP pools to make additional purchases of Xenos, which I feel, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that that's a very smart move, right? You're now had your money work for you. You now put it into a mining NFT, which now continues to work around the clock for you. Again, keep compounding that, making your soldiers work for you over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's how we get ahead. Staba, I see your hand up. You got anything to add? And then we'll head over. I see Fleece popped up. I want to head over to Fleece and pass the mic to him after you, Staba.
Yeah, bro. No, I was just going to say also, fam, and future investors and that, you've got three different, you got the original OGs, you got the second battalions, and now you got the Xenos. Nothing's less than the mint price. So at the end of the day, it shows strength and strong and ability to earn from those as well. All they're going to do is gain in value as well.
100%. Awesome. Thank you, Staba. Thank you, Leo, for popping up. I appreciate you guys. Aaron, thank you for the updates on the miners. Guys, we are just trucking along. And that's all due to how this all started with the man himself, Fleece. So if you're there, and we would love to hear from you and add some additional content for us, Fleece. I know there's a lot of good stuff going on in the back end too.
Hey mate, how you doing? How we doing?
Doing fabulous with a little bit of that e-news.
I bloody just got stuck in a call. I'm bloody late to the party.
Oh,
Apologies, team.
To be a party really soon. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. No, it's very cool. Listening in there. Yeah, it's going great, guys. I know, like, there was kind of mixed, real talk. There was kind of like a little bit of mixed sentiment around our first claim. Internally within the team, we are just like absolutely delighted because we know that and I'm sorry if I'm covering the same ground, I probably am. We're just absolutely delighted that it's working. We've now got our 28 miners online. We've got 14 more coming, which no doubt Aaron's covered. Mm-hmm. We are absolutely wrapped because if people really understood the amount of hours, effort, complexity that went into solving a lot of the problems around the dashboard, Bitcoin, crypto, wrapped Bitcoin, all of these technical problems, as well as, obviously getting our partnership with Elite Mining and Immersion, which is just like fucking huge, like a massive breakthrough. Like, we are elated, guys, like in the team. I am absolutely elated. Why? Because I know that the base has been built so strong. We all know that we can only go as far as we build a base. So, yeah, I'm feeling incredibly bullish and positive about it. With more miners coming online, of course, our next claim is going to increase, so, but, like let's also more real talk. This is, when you came in here, you read the white paper. If you didn't, you're a fucking dummy. Go read it. But you read the white paper and you saw the projections. Okay, so we know what's projected over year one. These aren't linear amounts, guys. Like, fuck, surely we don't have to explain how crypto works to people and how cycles work. Okay, so just be patient. This is nest egg. This isn't like this is like retirement plan. This isn't like degen shit, right? So our degen plays and using our high leverage opportunities, we're going elsewhere for that with our DAO. This is like the long-term play, right? So to get yourself really established in life, and as a smart investor, you need to have those long-term residual passive income assets to really, really make it work. Speaking from experience, and what I've managed to achieve to get myself freed up. So yeah, I'm just super bullish, and I appreciate the community. Like it takes everyone here. You'll have different feelings. No one here, and this is what I love about our community, is no one here's fudding publicly or talking shit or like saying anything. Like you guys, if you have a question, you'll just come to us and ask, and we feel like we're always honest, direct, and letting you know what's going on and being transparent. So I guess that's why it works and why we've got such a great community. The other thing I want to cover off is we've actually had 4 people have already completed the Chat GPT course, which is awesome. Congrats to those people. We just had another person come in this morning. That was Ford. So she completed, I'm pretty sure it's a she, so apologies if I've said that wrong. I'm pretty sure she's a she. She completed the certificate. Like, have a think about where we are, guys, in the market of AI. Like the internet was establishing in the, like a long time ago, but then it really didn't start coming out till like the 90s, 2000s. And then like, obviously it's super embedded by the time we get into the 2000s and 10s. Like AI is not embedded yet, guys. It's get yourself upskilled, like spend 10, 15 minutes because a day just like reading something or looking at something, or just like have Chat GPT open and in your life and start integrating it in a few ways, like integrate it into emails, integrate it into your Discord announcements, into your tweets. Like get used to the technology because this shit is going to take over the world. We know that. And you need to be ahead of the game, right? And that's like that is always the mindset of myself and this community. Is we're trying to do is set people up so that they can achieve freedom. Because when you've achieved freedom, you can then go out and help a fuck ton more people in your life. And I know the spirit and heart of this community is that we want to end veteran homelessness and we want to solve these problems. But the reality is, and many of us learn this the hard way, is like we have to get our own fucking shit sorted and get our own lives right, like get our own money right, get ourselves, not just right, but abundant and free, because then we can just free up so much more time to go and help more. So I would just recommend if you have time, like the course is super easy, like just get in there and I think you're going to be amazed at how integratable that technology is into your daily life, just doing shit. All right. So anyway, not to bleed on about it, but and maybe the final point I'll just cover, like people have been saying like end veteran homelessness and like all this sort of shit. And it's like, hey, that's like crazy talk. You can't end veteran homelessness. Like I've been doing a bit of homework, guys. Like it's going to cost $20 billion to end veteran homelessness straight off the bat. And then obviously there's going to be some ongoing costs. This is in the United States, and it's a projection. We don't know if it's 100% accurate, but I can't understand why the fuck the government wouldn't just pay that, one. But here's like the roadmap, guys. This isn't like pie in the sky stuff. Like we have a roadmap. There's a plan that's evolving, and it's you know, let me take you through the steps. You know, like, so it all starts with a thesis here. This is the thesis. There's going to be the largest transfer of wealth in the history of humanity is currently happening and going to be happening through decentralization. Now, as that transition of wealth happens, there's massive opportunity for people to make wealth. Now, what we're going to do is leverage this transfer of wealth and the change in the system and the way the world's going to work to solve this problem and end veteran homelessness. It's going to cost $20 billion fucking dollars. Okay. Now, obviously, governments are going to do things to improve that or whatever over time. Now, here's the steps. 1, we established the community. We've already done that. We established the first veteran-focused project in the space. No one could ever take that away from us. And I know, Vince, you often give me a lot of shout-outs, bro, and I really appreciate it. But I truly feel like this shit, yeah, it like sparked my head in an idea, but at the end of the day, like, I was just the first one who had the idea. We've seen like 20 other people come along and try to do the idea as well and start veteran projects. At the end of the day, like, the only reason we're better, well, I wouldn't say better, but why we've stuck and continued to build and we're winning is because of all of you. Okay, so yeah, like, thank you, bro. I appreciate the shout out, but I just want to send it back to you guys. Like, yeah, I facilitated the starting of this, but this is not, this is not my project anymore. This is fucking our project. And, you know, all the cool ideas. I mean, it's kind of an inside joke within the community. You know, whenever someone gives me an idea, I'll just say, yeah, glad I thought of that, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks for that idea. Glad I thought of it. But, you know, all these ideas and everything, I'm constantly working with the team. You know, like, we got 26 guys. I got 3 co-founders who started as, you know, holders in the project, and this isn't like one guy doing shit, right? This is a massive community. Now, let me roll on. I'm on a bit of a roll here. We established the community. Next, we know that we need to add utility. Boom. We identified crypto mining, diversified with a DAO wallet. Boom, established. We've got, we're obviously, like, we're in that phase right now. Our hooks are in. We're going to mint out this project. That then gives us a base. Phase 2, we then move into our own facility and our own retreat and operations. This then levels us up. We're now into B2B. We're now earning B2B through selling crypto mining. We continue to mint out more collections, 7 collections. So phase 3 is individual wealth creation. Going back to what I said, this fucking doesn't work unless individuals get wealthy so that they can help other people. And that's my personal thesis. Rather than, like, trying to make $20 billion, let's make a whole lot of people who support veterans, who are service focused and help focused. Let's get a whole lot of us incredibly wealthy, very, very wealthy. Then we're going to train more people in our circle and in our network and the supporter network to get wealthy, because that's like the fucking only way this happens. Then, of course, the Dogface Charitable Trust, which is already established, which was established by Killer AK and myself over here in New Zealand, or whether we go with the 501c3, we establish that. And then we've got our business model, which will be generating individual wealth for people, and that is the goal. And then we've got our charitable trust, which funds will be driven into it from the commercial operations, but also we will be out there fucking going hard lobbying. We will be going hard getting fucking donations. And, like, this is going to take a mass, you know, like, it's a crazy thought, but this is like almost like a Nelson Mandela type fucking mission, you know, like he was in prison and he wanted to like get out and, you know, was like, you know, and fix South Africa or like end apartheid. Like it just seemed fucking impossible. One of my favorite quotes of his is, it always seems impossible till it's done. People probably think veteran homelessness, ending it, is impossible. I don't. I'm fucking not buying that. I am not buying that because, you know, you get incredibly tight with your mates in the military. I have experienced homelessness, not for an extended period. I just had to rough it for a little bit. And what saved me was actually my Carter, my army office. He was like, "Where you living?" I was like, fucking, yeah, I'm kind of living rough at the moment. But I was still in the army. I was part time in the army. Didn't have enough fucking money for housing because I've been through a custody battle, guys. So, like, this shit is doable, and we truly have to believe it. I do because I'm a crazy fucker. I believe that this community, what we're doing here, we can facilitate this to happen. We're not going to do it individually, but we can drive this change. Anyway, that was the longest fucking Twitter Spaces rant ever in the history of Twitter, and I appreciate time to speak.
Fuck, I nearly fell over, bro. I got fucking so pumped from it, bro. Well done.
He's going hard. We appreciate you, Fleece. You know, and yes, this, you know, it may have been the start of the idea, and this community continues to build. And man, I think you said it very well. You know, if we're able to get our own houses in order and free up time through passive income streams, whether it's crypto mining, real estate, other options that create revenue flow for you, you can literally buy your time back by freeing up your time, right? To spend it with loved ones and then go out and really make a difference and spend it with other people, helping make a difference in their lives too, right? That's the ultimate end goal right there.
Massively, bro. Massively. That's it. You know, it's funny. I mean, there's a lot of different people who have different mindsets towards money, and some people are into like cool shit and Lambos and all of that shit. Like yeah, it's not my thing. Like I literally don't give a fuck. I'm walking around in like $5 track pants and I'm a fucking millionaire. Like I don't care. I don't care about the you know, like these cars and shit. What I care about is people. You know, people. Once everything's said and done and you've got your assets and you got your passive income and you're, you know, you've got your time back so that you can just be with your family. Yeah, some people get some cool shit and that's cool, you know, great. Get some cool shit, go on some cool holidays but yeah, when that's done, let's come back and fix this fucking problem. You know?
Please, all my wife asks is that you help me get her a catio. That's it.
Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, appreciate your comments too, Stabbo. Yeah, I've sort of just been laying low a little bit and not, you know, just like this is the thing, like the project works and it's not like consistent. Like you can't go consistent. We've learned this over the 2.5 years, right? What we've learned is not to burn out our team. And because most of the team, well, literally all of the team, apart from maybe a couple of guys who might be like retired or on disability or something, are all working. So we're not going to like fucking burn out the team. What we're going to do is be very smart and just keep strategically moving our way to the mint out. And it's just a fucking matter of time to me.
Yeah. No, I agree. Well said. I do see Stabba. He's got his hands up. He's been waiting patiently. I would love to make him wait some more, but he might just pee his pants if we did that. So I want to give him pass the mic over. Stabba, go for it, brother.
Yeah, like I just like to say is like I could be sitting back on the beach doing nothing. I've got that opportunity in my life, and I've been able to relax my living. But I chose to be part of this and became part of the team and the future of the support of the veterans and all that. So all I say is that let's go and fucking draw the line in the sand, jump over that line, and start becoming part of the strength.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I love that, Stabber. You know, having got to meet you personally, it's kind of this is a fucking strange community. It's like a whole bunch of Kiwis who live in one area and Americans. It's fucking weird, and like a few random Europeans thrown in, and Canadians. You know, shout out Eric Wake if you're there. So it's like a very random, but yeah, man, that's it's been cool getting to know you on a personal level. And I know that you left an entire community. It was a dog shit community, let's be honest, but you left an entire community to come over here, you know, and you were basically a whale over there. So, you know, it's been awesome, man, since having you here.
I can't wait.
But let's talk about this controversy about the Kiwi dinner, mate. Just a little side
Kiwi
note.
dinner?
Yeah, no, I thought it was a scam. Someone said it. Yeah, no.
I created a group of Kiwis because we're going to have in a Discord, like a chat group, because we're going to catch up and have a dinner. Fucking added everyone in, like,
Okay, I got
literally within 30 seconds, Stabber had left the group. He just doesn't like us.
What the fuck is a Kiwi?
A Kiwi? A Kiwi is actually a bird. It's New Zealand's national bird. It is a flightless bird.
Does it make a bunch of noise too?
No, it's nocturnal. It lives in the bush, and you fucking don't even see them. But they're now endangered. And I've told the story before. People think Americans, you guys are a bit funny sometimes. The way you speak, you know. No, just give you a shit. So the kiwi fruit, right? Originally called the Chinese gooseberry. New Zealand conditions very conducive to growing kiwi fruit. Ironically, right where I am is where all the kiwi fruit farms are. We call them kiwi fruits. And then New Zealanders are known, like when we cruise around the world, people know us as Kiwis. Yeah, that's kind of like a nickname. But like you'd like a Yank or a Pom. Yeah, so that's
I
a
think
Kiwi.
it's just because you guys are fruity.
Yeah, no comment. Some more than others.
We love you all the same. Can't wait to.
Just talking about that. Just talking about Fleece and the gig on that's coming up for New Zealanders. I'm out sunbathing at the moment, getting my tan lines all complete.
Send feet pics. Otherwise,
Would you call them Kiwi stripes?
Yeah, what he means is his tan lines on his feet from his jandals.
And his thongs.
Yeah, or flip flops, depending where you're from.
Yeah. Well, we refer to thongs as something else here, but yeah, flip flops.
Yeah, G-string. Only Australians call it a thong. Australians called flip flops thongs because they like to put their ass and feet together at the same time.
Thong. Oh man, this has been great, man. What a community we have, to be honest with you. We have a great team, great community. Thank you guys for all your support. You are absolutely an existential part of what we're achieving, and your faith in us is huge, and we want to see that come to fruition just as bad as some of you guys do. Some of you might be here more for the rewards, and that's perfectly okay because we understand how it's going to change your life. And as Fleece was saying, it gives you the opportunity, to be. I like to be giving. I'm trying with my goals to get to where I want to be, and having money not be an issue would allow me to be doing more of that, right? Which I love to do. It's just now I'm focused on a goal, and I want to get to that point where I can continue to help people. And I like doing that through education too. All right, if we can educate people on this space and what we're able to do through crypto mining, through the education, the AI stuff that Fleece was talking about earlier. I was just using Chat GPT last night to write an email to a venue coordinator to try to get an event booked there. Right, so I took the Chat GPT response, pasted it into the email, edited it to down to make it a little more simple. More direct as an introductory email, and I'll get ready to fire that off. Right, so you can save yourself a lot of time. Right, it gave me things to consider in an email that I really hadn't put much thought towards, and how to construct it or word it in vernacular. So it's going to be a tool that can make things a lot easier and help you out. So I do see how it's making an impact. Leo, I see you on mute, and I know you had your hand up. Go for it, bud.
Well, in forex trading, isn't the dollar for the Australian, the Aussie, and then in New Zealand, the forex trading dollar is called the Kiwi, isn't it?
Oh, sure, actually, mate. Yeah. Sounds probably. Yeah. The Kiwi dollar. Yeah, we do call it. That's what we call it, the Kiwi dollar over here. Yeah. We don't call it New Zealand dollars. We call it, yeah. Well, we call it NZD or the Kiwi dollar. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's good question. But yeah, just on what you were saying there, Vince, like, understand this about wealth. How do you create wealth? Leverage. Like, you're never going to get wealthy exchanging
Time for money.
Time for money. Time for money. It's just like, it's never going to work. And I'm sure Vince has covered that, because I know he loves making money while he sleeps. And that's what crypto miners do, right? But like, what AI allows you to do, like, think about this conceptually. It allows you to multiply yourself. You're basically leveraging technology to multiply yourself, or have a clone of yourself, or just do shit 50% faster. Yep. Yeah, it's like, and the only way to really get leverage in life is like, okay, one, you can have money. Like, money provides leverage. Like, to launch this project, I right back in the day, people know the story, I sold a rental property, and then that gave me leverage to be in the spot with you guys. That's the only way. Like, that was leverage there. Or, another piece of leverage that I've had in my life is you have a team. I had a team of 70 trainers, and we had 20 locations, and I'd created fitness programs and a system, and it was replicated, and it was a franchise, so that's more leverage, people. And all of that shit requires pretty much money. Like, you need money to hire people. You need money to fucking buy houses and leverage money. So if you don't have the ability to leverage money currently in your life, the only other option for you is to leverage technology. That's the other piece of leverage that you have available to you. So fucking use it, Otherwise you're just stuck in the mud like a fucking boomer. Don't be a boomer. Be like obsessed with fucking learning. That has been the key to my success. I am obsessed with learning shit, and never stopping to learn shit. Like, this is the trap people fall into in life, and it's not their fault, because it's what we're taught, is like, go to university, get a degree, get into a job. Yeah, cool. You might do some ongoing learning and development, right, within your role at your job. But that's just like fucking locking you into one path. Like, no, learn shit. Learn shit outside of what you're doing if you want to be doing what you want to do. That's really the only way forward. Is to leverage technology. And that's what we have to do. Like, if you're not in the position now at the moment, because we're going to get people there to make that happen with cash.
Yeah, there's a saying I love. It's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep. And that's where you're learning to play the tax game as well, right? Learning how to play that game. It's not sexy. It certainly is not any fun. Well, I don't know. I think maybe some of us that are a little warped in the mind, you do find it fun when you're like, I found a legal way not to pay.
Well, they've conditioned us so much to the point that when we utilize the law that they created to minimize our tax, we feel like we're doing something wrong. Like, that's how fucking like conditioned we are around tax. Like, we're like, oh, I like managed to pay less tax. Oh, is anyone fucking watching me? Did I get away with it? It's like, no, you just like when you get into business, and you move from pay as you earn into business. Pay as you earn is over here as like a employee, a wage worker. Yeah, you realize like
Yeah.
this is the key difference. And I don't want to come preachy, but it's like, maybe someone will get a little bit of value from this. But if you're on wages, you pay your tax before your expenses. Yeah. You get your money, taxes taken out, then you go pay your life expenses. If you're in business, the money comes in, you pay all your expenses, and you can attach a lot of expenses which are related to your business, which into your expenses. And obviously you get accountants and you utilize their laws, their system, you get the money, you pay your expenses, then you pay tax. So you're paying tax after expenses have been pulled out. That's the key difference.
100%. 100%.
Even people friggin', like look into it. Even people who are, I don't know how things work for you guys over in the States, but there could even be some basic advantages of having a company set up and running all this NFT shit through it. I don't know. I don't know for you guys over there, because you might be able to get some tax benefits from it, like all of your online subscriptions and Twitter Blue, like all of that shit would be tax deductible, right? If it's part of a business. So it's just something to have a good think about.
No, I agree. So I'm going to put this out to the universe, Fleece. We're going to attract a tax accountant. We're going to attract a tax accountant. We're going to attract a tax accountant.
I've got a slightly different one. We're going to attract zero tax.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
We move to beautiful fucking tropical islands and tax havens.
Yeah. How would you all feel about having to move to a tropical place and keep all the money that you make? I don't know. Sounds kind of like Darby Island to me, Fleece.
Dogface Island. I know you guys have been doing some research, but it's there's a lot of different topics and information here to digest, right? But it's cool because this is the information. I'm now like in that spot and starting to get in that spot, and I'm going, oh fuck, okay, I can see the shit's gonna blow up. Fuck, Auntie fucking Chris Hipkins over here, Chippy, our Prime Minister, who's about to get the arse card. He's going to take 50% of that money. Literally, that's how much tax you pay in New Zealand. That's the the awesome benefits of socialism, social democracy, is you're going to pay like minimum 50% tax, and that's all going to come from the lower middle class. So yeah, like these things, I'm currently researching this a lot, and having a look at different places that people can go, and what people can do. Because the thing about this, guys, is like, start to believe this as well. This is a big part of it. I know, Vince, you're like, you're big on manifestation. So am I. Like, truly believe you're going to be wealthy. Like, fuck, if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. Believe it. You're going to be wealthy. Like, I'm going to be fucking so stupidly wealthy, it's going to be crazy. But I don't care, because we're just going to use that money to solve these problems. But it's inevitable, because we're doing such positive shit, smart stuff, really good tech. The people here, provided we make smart decisions, stick together, mitigate risk, stay honest, stay transparent, people are going to make a fuck ton of money, you know, and it's start to think along those lines, you know, start believing it and planning for it. If you believe it, start planning for it. What are you going to do? You know, and that was a big part of my journey, was believing it. I think the main thing that held me back early on was actually a lack of self-worth. You know, when you come from a bit of a traumatic childhood and all that shit, you have a lot of self-worth issues. So I literally didn't fucking subconsciously think that I deserved to be happy and wealthy. So then you engage in a lot of self-destructive behavior up until I was 30. And then it's like when you truly feel you deserve it and you feel like you're good, it's going to come. And the key to that is to have grace with yourself. Be forgiving with yourself. And that was a hard lesson, you know, because bit of a fucked up background. Dad's like a 20-year vet who like beasted me all the time. So it's just like getting that feeling of self-worth is fucking so important in this, guys. It's so important. You got to believe that you deserve it. And everyone here fucking deserves it, because I know it, literally, I'm looking at this crowd. I know all of you here pretty much individually. I might see one or two names I don't know, but everyone here deserves to be free with their family, to be wealthy. And here's my logic, and I've always had this logic. If some other motherfucker can do it and have it, well then so can I. And there's no reason why. Like, yeah, everyone here can have it if they just play it right.
100%. And I think that I'm glad you brought that up, Fleece, because I think that that mental block is definitely something that I've had to overcome, and still work on. And you know, I'll be able to look back, and I think that the crazy thing is we might be looking back in 2 or 3 years from now and be like, holy shit, I remember back when, and now I can't believe how far we've come.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy, right? The amount of I guess you'd put this under the category of like personal growth. Like even things like I was a personal development junkie, right? In my teens and 20s, and it's like even negative self-talk, both spoken and thought, eliminate it. And I'm not perfect, right? You know, none of us are. We all have like fucking shit days and fuck, this sucks or whatever. But try to eliminate it. Don't ever say I'm bad with money going forward. You know, I'm not talking to you, Vince, but in general, don't say that. Don't ever fucking say that. Just go like, money is money. Billions of people before me have like learned how it works and how to make it and how it works. So obviously I can as well. I'm just gonna fucking learn it. I just haven't done any training on it yet. Like, and it's like when my kids tell me I can't do that. I was like, it's fucking unacceptable for my kids to say I can't do that. I don't swear at them like I swear in these spaces, but I'm just like, hey, it's like, that's just a word we don't say. Can't. We say I'm not yet able to, or I don't want to. But yeah, you can do it if you want to. You just have to apply yourself, and that's So a lot of people, myself included, right? I have like this mental block. Well, I'm not even going to say it, but yeah, there's everyone's got a few things that they're potentially holding them back that we need to work through.
100%. You know, and a lot of that can be family, environmental structures growing up, experiences in life, and yeah, a huge believer in that too. Not always easy to do. It is constant work. That's for damn sure. So.
Yeah, man, it's an interesting one. I know you'd be keen to wrap the space up soon, so I'll bloody stop yabbering soon. But yeah, it's really interesting, eh? Like prior to having money, coming from a poor background, I actually I guess you have an impression of people who are wealthy or rich, or even those thoughts are like, oh, these wealthy fucking pricks who got all this money and blah, blah, blah. Like even those thoughts, those are fucking hater thoughts. Don't think that. You don't know their journey. Like you know the journey you're on. Your player one in your journey. You know what you're going through. You have good intentions in your heart. I truly think most people do. So yeah, it's like now I look at wealthy people and I go, cool, you obviously must have provided a lot of value to a lot of people. But then the next level is I really, respect philanthropists, who then give it a lot of it back and solve problems.
Yeah, in the form of a catio.
What is a cameo? What is that? All I can tell is it's funny, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
A catio. We call it's for cats. Obviously, it's like a patio.
Oh, okay.
But it's
a patio.
Yeah, it's a patio for cats, so they can be outside and protected and be inside, but then experience the outside. So it's a way for them to be protected from outside cats at the same time. And, wild. Yeah, the wild kangaroos and things like that we have running around here in Illinois.
Yeah. I'm just having a look at the catio on Google. I reckon Vince, just while your wife's there, I feel like that's like a DIY job, bro. Like just looking at it, I feel like you could probably build. I feel like you could probably build that, Vince.
She's waiting.
Just to throw you under the bus
exactly.
there, brother.
Exactly. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And here's when we're talking about mental blocks, right? It is when I go into something like that, I think globally the outcome. And then I'm thinking then, okay, what are the components that go into it? How's it going to get built? How's it going to get, what structure, shape, what's its ultimate flow is going to be. And it's almost like I get paralyzed by that. I start really digging into some of the nitty gritty, And so I think what I want to do though, Fleece, instead of it being a DIY, I'm just going to make some more money and pay somebody to do it.
Okay. Have Paul do it.
You see, look, because I could do it, right? And I could save some money. But why not make the money and then hire somebody to do the work so they get paid for the work that they do? And it'll be structurally secure. And it'll be done right.
Yeah. I actually agree with that. Yeah. No, you're right.
Paul knows how to do it.
Yep, knows how to do it.
Stabber and I have been having this conversation of late. Like in New Zealand, there's like a culture of DIY. And I don't know if it's the same over there, but it's like a massive part of the culture. Like if you can't DIY, you're basically a bitch. You're a pussy. Over here. Like you're a fucking bitch. Go vote for a fucking Liberal Party, you bitch. You can't build something? Like literally, that's like kind of the mentality over here. And like people almost like feel offended if they didn't build it themselves. It was like people will look down on you if you outsourced it. Yeah. It's really weird. But then I actually listened to a podcast. It was like quite a prominent person. He said, like this DIY culture was like came out of us being like down in the bottom of the buck ass of nowhere and not having resources and not having like heaps of builders and labor, and it was like the only option. Build that shit. And it's actually really stupid, And after DIYing my first rental property, I quickly realized that, man, that took me 5 times as long. I did a really, really shit job. It looks like crap, and it ended up costing the same.
Yeah. And it's funny because when you look back, and this is when I grew up, I did not grow up with money. My dad was not wealthy. My parents didn't have money, but my dad did a huge chunk of the building of the home that we lived in, and it was a huge undertaking. But part of that undertaking is because he was working while he did it. He didn't have the time nor the patience to teach me as part of that process. So he never got used to that. And we didn't have a strong relationship with him being a veteran and going through some really ugly shit, that you do during wartime. So he didn't pass those skills to me. So although I do enjoy some of the stuff that I do tackle and do on my own, and I feel very rewarding by seeing what work I have done, but some of that stuff, as I just look at it and go, look, I can pay somebody to get it done faster, better than what I can tackle on my own. And if I do it on my own, I'm going to know where every single fucking mistake is going to be, and it's going to drive me absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, dude. It's funny listening to you talk about your dad. Where did your dad serve? Is he a Vietnam
Yeah,
veteran?
he's a Vietnam veteran. Yeah, he was a Marine. So.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of funny, because listening to that story, my dad, yeah, he's an Air Force veteran. Same, brought up by NCOs, right? They join when they're like 17, and basically, like, yeah, they just beast you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have time to fucking like patiently explain shit to you.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's it's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's funny because like DIY, I guess even going off grid, building shit, building a log cabin in Alaska, all of that stuff. It's like you look at it and it's the kind of thing you think you'd love to do. I feel like maybe this DIY shit then maybe yeah, maybe it'd be easier if we were just like that's all we had to do.
Right.
We just let's like go build, like when we build the retreat. So we build the retreat. We got Stabber here. He's basically
Alder.
He's a digger driver, and sorry, I don't even want to say the wrong fucking name. What an operator, excavator operator. That's his business. What do you call yourself, Stabber? What's that trade?
Civil. So civil engineer, civil / whatever.
Yeah. So Stabber comes from a civil background. Uses all the machines. Plus, he's like has experience putting in fiber optics and cabling. So there's there. Then we got the bro. Is he still here? Nah, he's not there. But we got another bro we've obviously got Gary, suicidal. He's like Sparky. Do you guys call electricians Sparkies?
No, we call them electricians.
Okay. We call them Sparkies. There we go. More fucking cool Kiwi slang for you guys. All electricians over here are called Sparkies. Where's the Sparky at? Oh, he's fucking on Smoko again.
Oh god. Yeah, that's.
Do you have Smoko?
Smoko? What the hell's Smoko?
That's your like break. So that's like your morning tea, lunch. Like whenever you have a break, it's called Smoko.
No, we just call them breaks or smoke break.
Well, we like to send our Sparkies and Chippies on Smoko to go grab a pie and a can of V.
Oh my god, man! I will say that some of the conversations that we've had with Staba and the language differences in the lingo is absolutely fucking hilarious, man. I don't think so much. And it's at the end of the day, it's still what I would classify as the English language, so to speak. But my gosh, what a difference in the terms that we use and labeling things. So it's hilarious.
I was just going to say too, Fleece. I was going to say too, Fleece, that we've got Eric down there. Me and him are going to be hoeing the seed.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys are head of cultivation. Absolutely. Yeah. Who else we got? We got a few skill sets in here. Yeah, I heard Gary's an excellent masseuse, suicidal, as well as being a sparky. And fuck, my feet are sore. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Oh my God, we are going to have so much fun when we all get together IRL. This is.
So Cork's there. So Cork's our he's going to be our print guy.
Absolutely.
Print all of our propaganda that we send out to the masses.
Very good. We definitely got to lean on our community too, and we should see what other kind of specialties we have. So because we have so many people within there, there's no way we can't have some other talented people that are doing some amazing stuff with their normal jobs. So it's great.
Yeah. Well, let alone, like we haven't even really covered off the. I guess I'm just having a bit of fun here, but like the veteran and first responder side, like we've got. Obviously, like the retreat, I'm just so fucking excited about it. It's just, like the thought of us being there. Obviously, we're going to have our facilities, but like literally, we're going to have gardens. It's going to be like a ranch. It's going to be a ranch with a fucking farmer's garden there.
And whiskey.
It's going to be outrageous, and it's going to be like the first responder. Like we got Mike D's down there, like current serving fucking New York Police Department. It's crazy. Like it's crazy the caliber of people that we've got here. Like, and Mike can teach us a lot of stuff about a whole lot of shit. Security.
Yeah. And don't forget, we're gonna have whiskey too.
Yeah, I'm head of whiskey. No, I think actually Paul was head of whiskey.
If he doesn't drink at all.
Yeah, it's his job to make sure it never runs out.
Right.
Let's see how he goes on that.
Yeah. Also, I see your with your hand up. What you got, brother?
Yo, so I wanted to run down a few things. I know. Oh, damn, he just left. Worry Dice was in the crowd. Sure. But anyways, I opened up a ticket. I'm listening and about to actually fill out the ticket here shortly because I've been talking about it for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. But to go over that, right? So yeah, basically I deploy on Sunday, a couple of days, 4 days.
Oh shit.
And yeah, so I was opening up a ticket just to drop my, MetaMask address, and for shits and giggles, my Phantom address for Solana, for anything that may be in the future. Just to leave the ticket, open and outstanding. Because I got the portal pass roll, and I didn't know if that's an airdrop or if that's a claim. And if I'm incommunicado, I don't want to miss out on it.
No worries. Yeah, it'll like, and Fleece, if I'm speaking out of turn here, let me know. But like we've done in the past, we've issued a coupon code for folks that they can go on and it'll be a mint, but you'll have a coupon code. And I'm assuming we probably would do something very similar for those folks with a portal pass. They'll be able to go on with that special code, and it'll allow for them to mint the certain number of equivalent portal passes. But that's and if things go the way they are, with everything looking the way they are, that next collection could be coming up pretty soon. Yes, Fleece?
Yeah, man. I anticipate Q1 2024. But yeah, also we'll just make sure you get it, man. I'm just in the ticket now, so yeah.
I got half a paragraph written. I nuke shit like crazy, so I'll explain out my process in my mind, and then you guys will be like, "Yeah, he talks way too much. Just drop the goddamn wallet." I'll drop it in there, like I said, because if it's a claim coupon or anything like that, So I know a lot of times we got to do like time frames for claiming and then closing the window and things like that. And,
Oh, we'll
Yeah.
we will make sure you get taken care of. Absolutely. There was people who uh, didn't when we minted off even the Xenos who didn't even come back and claim them, and we held on to them and we still continue, and eventually they will show up. So
yeah, right on. That's awesome. That's
we want to
awesome.
make those people get what we feel you've already paid for or what's allocated to you. We're going to do our damnedest to follow through and make sure those people get those things in their hands.
Gotcha. And then so I got a notebook. I'm sorry. So next, so I got the portal pass. So I got the 1, 2, 3 combo. I went and viewed the claim page. I did not claim, and I can let that sit forever and just claim it whenever, right?
Yep, it's tied to your wallet address. Yep.
Perfect. Now, other question, which it doesn't matter to me. I was almost going to ask it anyways. So I got 1, 2, 3 perfectly. That's all I got, right? 3 Xenos, 2 second battalions, and 1 OG.
Yep.
And was staking well before with all of them tier 1 maxed out. So max payout should be for the claim. And what I was looking at it was about $5 to $6 for the claim. Does that sound about right, or am I way off?
To claim as far as gas or the reward?
The reward. So like right now, my wrap BTC is worth on the claim. If I were to claim it, would be about $5 or $6.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Just for that first 30-day pay cycle with the 10 miners.
Right. Like I said, no big worry to me. I just wanted to make sure that calculations were.
Yeah. Come January 1st, I think everybody's going to be real happy with what they see come January 1st. Obviously, because it's a quarter, right? It's 3 months of mining. We've added new miners, right? So the number of miners is going on. And every time we get to a point where we can put another batch order in, Fleece is doing that. So we'll continue to add those. So our goal right now is just to continue to build up folks that are participating, even with XCP 1 and 2 and 3. We'll be launching and a lot of those funds then are going back to folks. And I know many of them are waiting on those funds to come back so they can grab more Xenos. So as I said earlier, guys, that once we get through this first 500 of phase 3, you're probably going to see another announcement come up that there's going to be another little price point jump.
Right on. So that kind of led into like, do we have or not have, because I'm not seeing it. I was bouncing around, but a calculator that you might be able to plug in what you own of each for a rough estimate of what your quarterly payout would be. I don't know. People like to see numbers. I do.
Yeah, they do, and that's the hard part is how do we calculate that?
Hash rates and pricing and all that. Yeah.
It would just be just that. It would be a rough estimate with no way. And then sadly, I do understand where you're coming from with the numbers, but then people get stuck on those numbers and they think that if it's not that, then they're
enrolls the FUD.
Yeah. That's the thing with the white paper. We did the estimations based, but the market cycle is going to go up and it's going to go down, right? So right now is the best time to be uh, building up your bags as far as DCA into cryptos or anything like that right now. And if the price of the market goes down a little bit more, which, we potentially could see as we get to the end of this year, that would be the time to, if it goes down, buy your own blood in the street is the expression, right?
Yeah.
And that way you're DCAing into those prices. Once we get to next year, if you saw some of the legal things going on, say with XRP, the SEC just got denied with their appeal. These things are starting to add up now, which are going to show a market turn, right? So don't be surprised again, as I said, we see another kind of quick dip in the market due to some kind of news. But everything in the back end, if you're paying attention and not necessarily to what the media is saying, but other reliable news sources and are staying up on things, things are really kind of starting to heat up in the back. as far as where we're going. ETFs coming, Ethereum ETFs are being applications are rolling in. We're starting to see a lot of things in the back end that's going to really drive this market, especially 24 to 25.
Nice. Yeah. I like it. So other than that, those were kind of my questions.
Yep. Anytime.
The only other thing I was kind of tracking for a question was like the oh god, why am I at a loss of word? The facility to be built for veterans, first responders. What the retreat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh, brain fried. So in that aspect, or in any aspect, for now to 5 years out, 10 years out, whatever, are there job opportunities for anybody with any sort of skill that would be part of the process of working along with the project?
I'm gonna speak for Fleece, but he can speak for his own behalf. But I believe that to be 100% the goal.
Nice.
Yeah, 100%. That is the literal, not like, oh yeah, cool, that sounds like a good idea. That is like the literal plan, is to internally recruit. So all of the team, the goal obviously will be initially to get as many of the team who are able to, who want to come over, and if anyone wants to go to the States and be at the retreat and work there, we're going to have an office. That will be the goal. And then with a lot of skill sets, man, so obviously we're going to have all of the Web3 stuff as we run the Web3 operations, but that retreat will be a business entity in its own right. And when people come to a retreat, they're coming for cool experiences, and they're coming to learn shit. And a person like yourself who's active duty, you got a huge amount of relevant and also importantly current knowledge and experience. So there's going to be a ton of opportunities, man. That's what we want to do. Paul and I talk daily on this, and he's as far as like the location where we're going to place it, he'll probably be the guy leading that on the ground. We're gonna provide a lot of jobs, and it'll go first priority to the team, because we also understand that when we can be together in the same room, it's a massive force multiplier. If this team of 20 people were all full time in a room, it'd be
Oh shoot, where was I going to go? And Fleece, we haven't really talked about it too much, but I think this might be a good opportunity to kind of share a little bit, as far as what you envision with Dogface Labs and it kind of being a launch pad in the Web3 space.
Yeah. Absolutely. So Dogface Labs, everyone knows within our own ecosystem, we're going to have our collections. So we've mapped out 7 collections to date, which will span across, the veterans and first responder service branches. But it's ask a question again.
Well,
I lost my train of thought.
The point being, as far as like Dogface Labs with
the labs. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there. Dogface Labs. So we have the 7 collections up. We'll continue to mint them out. Now, each one of those collections. Now there's 3 guys who started as there's now 1, 2, 3, 6 guys who started in the project as holders, who are now moving into the original 3, which Terry, Rich, Paul. They're my co-founders. So I brought them into. When I say brought them in, gave them a piece of the action. We're not just bringing guys in and give them a piece of the action. So that, because the goal is to get guys free, right? So how do you get guys free? You give them, this is all part of the roadmap, you give them ownership in an NFT collection that's going to produce passive income for them. And, so we've got So we got Paul, we got Rich, we got Terry have come on currently, and then since we've created our Future Founders program, Vince is on that program, Secorp down there, and Wake Sessions. Where the fuck are you, Wake Sessions?
All right.
Yeah, those guys are going to where we meet regularly, and we've been training these guys and upskilling them and essentially handing on all the information that we've acquired over the past 2.5 years. And we're going to work side by side with them, and they'll lead First Responder, which is coming up next. XRP. So that'll be that. We're gonna continue to roll that out with the 7 collections. We want to bring more high caliber people who are not lazy fucks, because I hate lazy fucks, and bring them into the team and get them to be there. Now, the Launchpad side of it, we know outside of our ecosystem, there's a lot of people who want to start projects, run projects, need Discord management teams, need moderators, need community managers, need good people. We've now got a team of 26. When we launch First Responders, the team will continue to grow. Those people, we're going to find our team work through other projects who want to launch and utilize our 2 to 3 years of knowledge and networks and experience in this market to help build their project. Yeah, we will have an opportunity to people to launch through us. And and I've already got a project good to go. Who want to come in and launch with us when we have the time. So we're too busy.
I think that's a beautiful thing, is not only to you identify from your community where the interest is, where their expertise lies, right? And this space is constantly we're looking at other ways of doing things, but we've done it all organically. We've done it with a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for the whole team, pulling their britches up and working their asses off. And it shows by what we're able to produce, right? So, hell yeah.
Yeah, I think we better swing it to Osu. He might have another point or two or a few points on his list. Don't we? Yep. You got some more points there, Osu? Sorry, we sidetracked a bit there.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, with the job opportunity thing, that's amazing. I was just gonna say, I'm just a wrench turner right now. I'm a helicopter mechanic, so airframe aviation structural mechanic, right? So metal work, tires, brakes, hydraulics, flight controls, shit like that. So technical side of Web3 and computers and zeros and ones. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna hide in the bush at the resort and shoot people with fucking BB guns.
Yeah, well, how would you be as a barman?
What's that?
Would you be a good barman?
Barman? Oh yeah,
we call them bartenders here.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but see,
I've taught you guys English, honestly.
Barman, bartender is close enough. I knew what he was talking about. Yeah, I can get drunk on my own. I got it. Barman all day.
Well,
Lord.
Also that having those mechanical skills is actually going to be very beneficial, right? Too, because I think some of these trades, right, that we have moved away, and there's a great place for tech, but there's also going to be a very important part of trade skills that if people haven't had them, it could become a lost art, right? So a lot of those things, how to build things and construct them, and some of that might change a little bit with the use of automation and robotics and things like that. But some of that basic skill knowledge is still going to be fundamental in building out those things, because there has to be an understanding. But I don't think any of those skills are going to be left behind, that they're not going to still be valuable. So, I know you labeled yourself kind of as a wrench turner, but I think there's still valuable skills to be seen and passed on through that. So, yeah,
absolutely. So, and I'm always out for some self-improvement too. I mean, since I got into Web3 and a bunch of other projects too along the way, is self-training. I mean, what my experience through Web3 was, I forget how I fell into it. That's how fast it goes, right? But basically, I self-taught everything, man. I YouTube videos on MetaMask and how to add chains and do all this crazy crap. So I dumb myself down, but I got a hold on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so other random things for the project. I mean, I don't want to take up too much more time, but challenge coins. Who knows what a challenge coin is?
I'm not familiar with that. What do they call that over in New Zealand, Fleece?
We call it, crazy stuff Americans do, giving themselves medals all the time.
Okay, so
but no, yeah, we do have challenge coins. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. That's what I do. But no, I've got my engineer core challenge coin and infantry challenge coin. Yeah, I think actually our OG whale Cam, he was designing something.
that was my question, right?
Pretty sure Cam was coming up with a challenge coin, but
because that'd be a cool little thing. I mean, a lot of militaries worldwide and first responders, everybody has some sort of challenge coin or some sort of pocket trinket that's like a symbol of whatever within their job, right? But challenge coin, the history of challenge coin for United States, right? I mean, if you go in and you Google the military service and challenge coins and its origin story, you'll find a couple of different stories. But generally speaking, a long ass time ago, somewhere along the way, somebody fell behind enemy lines and they're about to be executed by the enemy or what everybody thought was the enemy. But the commanding officer of that guy's unit had passed out medallions to everybody just as a token of appreciation. And this guy just so happened to poke a hole in it and wear it around his neck. So when they were about to execute, basically the medallion fell out, or they discovered it and said, "Wait a minute, wait, who gave you that?" "Oh, Commander so and so." "That's our ally. Why are we executing this guy?" So it challenged the situation and it ended up saving his life. So that's my favorite story, or origin story. Like I said, you can find a couple of different versions of it, but something like that is cool because me and my superior right now, my shop doesn't know it. I'm the LPO, the leading petty officer for about 25 people in my shop, and like I said, we're going on deployment. So, but me and my boss, we're secretly getting these challenge coins built for our people while we're underway, so that way when they make achievements and get qualifications or hit milestones, it's not always just a handshake. It's a handshake with, here's a milestone token to solidify your event that you crossed or whatever it was. So
yeah. It's something I really love about you guys military, like, yeah, we get incredibly jealous of, like, you guys are very, very good at your challenge coins, as well as like ribbons. Like, we don't have ribbons, so yeah, you get a pat on the back and a boot up the ass over here. You don't. There's no like visual recognition of what you did, apart from your rank.
the only reason any of this shit was made is so that we can celebrate it with alcohol afterwards.
Speaking of, we just had a Sparky join us, Fleece.
Oh, who's the latest Sparky in here? Oh, here he is.
Gary.
What's good? What's going on?
We're calling you Sparky.
Yeah, I was kind of paying attention to that earlier. Yeah, so over here they're called linemen. So the ones that come up on poles and deal with power, yeah, we call them power linemen. And then I was going to jump in a little bit on the challenge coin there. So I always carry a challenge coin with me, and the one thing I love about that is I'll go into like the VFW or the American Legion. And so we have a tradition too. It's like if you pull out a challenge coin and you present it to the other veteran that you're drinking with, if they don't produce that challenge coin, they have to buy you a beer or a whiskey. So, note to self, when we get to the retreat, hopefully everyone's got some challenge coins, because if not, I'm going to be trying to get a free drink.
Oh, it's always in my wallet, bro. You're not catching me.
And then another thing for Fleece, yeah, talk about ribbons and stuff. I know in the Marine Corps, man, they just don't hand those out like candy. You gotta, yeah, took everything in our power just to get a damn ribbon. So, but yeah, the challenge coin, I'm looking forward to sitting down with my brothers, my sisters, first responders, and supporters, and having a whiskey and drinking a beer and just having a good old time. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Amen.
That's awesome, man. Just touching on that. Yeah, we got the same tradition. Do you guys have this tradition? I'm not sure if it's the same. Just so with engineers, only engineers, we can have a Leatherman or a knife replaces our challenge coin. It's a weird tradition. Like if someone pulls a challenge coin, you can reply with a Leatherman or a knife.
Yeah, we
as an
don't.
engineer.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one personally. It was just, but that is a pretty cool idea though.
I think that's Fleece's way of getting by when he doesn't have a challenge coin.
Yeah. I'm just front loading. So these ribbons, how do you get your ribbons? Like, do you get a ribbon for completing like your basic trainings and stuff like that? Like different qualification? Like I've never had it actually explained to me properly. Like, is it different coursings and qualifications, or is it different from the Marines to the Army?
It's a huge difference between the Army and the Marine Corps. So, and I'm not going to speak for any Army vets, but I know they get ribbons for like their grenade course, a bunch of other courses like that. So it's just a little bit different. We have different uniform rules too, so it just depends. Certain units get to wear certain things, other ones don't. So
yeah, and I'm I'm Navy, and but all the stuff like you said, yeah, I would say there's some of it gets watered down. I would say some of the awards, ribbons or medals, because there's an actual instruction out there that's like your end of tour, right? If I did my 3 years of this duty station or 4 years of this duty station, I'm literally just rotating to the next unit. There's an actual award you can submit that is for completion of your tour. So what? You're giving me a ribbon for doing my job for 3 years? Like, okay, cool. But then there's other ones that are okay. What did you do? Rifleman, you shot expert. You got a certain score. Shit, I was driving home from work last summer and I watched a high school kid get run over by a car, and I had to get out and perform first aid while he was in the bushes, type shit, waiting for the ambulance. So that was a write up for an award. So some of it's actions that you did, some of it's just, yeah, you kind of did your job. So here's a ribbon. But yeah, it's all different.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Yeah. Over here is it's pretty much the only awards you get. I'm just thinking through marksman. You get a badge on your SDs, service dress. And then outside of that, it's long service, which is 20 years, or deployment operations. It's the only way you can get anything.
Yeah, deployment ones are huge based on area of operation and what was going on.
Yeah. That's the brush. That's the shit you got to respect, right? It's interesting. I never knew that. It's cool.
hey, boss, I was gonna throw something out there at you. So you're hitting on the other projects to come, first responders and the follow up projects. One thing I find exciting is knowing that not only are we stacking our bags off the Xeno project, but we also got the first responder mining project coming up. So just for those in the crowd, is the plan to have all the follow-up projects as mining projects, or is there going to be something else in the works?
Yeah, I would say we're going to stay a bit fluid. I would current intent is one more collection. Yeah. And then let's see, because the main reason being, right, like the real goal is to get into our own B2B. So get into our own facility. So obviously we can host our own miners at the best possible rate, but then we can grow a B2B business, which grows more money for everybody, the entire entity. As we know, like crypto mining is fucking excellent, but it is a medium to long-term play, you know, to like make significant returns. It's not it's not on the level of what we're seeing happening with algo trading and all of these different things. In my mind, I'm thinking to get one more mining project off so we can basically get more miners into the pool. But yeah, we'll be looking at other utilities to potentially just go full focus onto other utilities as well, because we'll have our miners in place. We've got our facility. We will also have a mechanism. This is what we want to establish, is that we'll have a mechanism that when people get to certain level of holdership, because we have B2B, right? We've got our own facility, that people will be able to put their own miners in the facility. You know, like as people are growing wealth, and it's like, cool, you got your 10 NFTs or your 20 NFTs, or you got a spare 5K or whatever, like, well, cool. You know, you're part of the Dogface Labs community. We have a B2B fucking mining facility, which has got an amazing power rate and an exceptional fucking service. We could put miners in there for people. So, fuck, I go on some long-winded replies, don't I? But yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
I think too that the smart, prudent thing too is also to look at what the market's giving us, right? So as tech changes, we may see other opportunities to create other streams of income for the holders, that we don't want to lock ourselves into just thinking, oh, this is going to be the only thing, right? Because we don't know what technology is going to come about and what may be another good opportunity, and shift that focus into something.
Yeah, all good points. I know my plan. Stacking my bags, keeping that wallet nice and heavy, and then when first responder comes in, I'm coming in like a freight train.
I put my adoption papers in you, so you can up on those, so you can adopt me.
You know, because I think whoever's in now with Xeno is just on a pure advantage, you know, because, with Xeno, once Xeno mints out, that'd be one project behind. And with the next follow-up mining project, you're going to have a lot of your core holders in there buying in probably massively. And, so I don't think first responder is going to be around very long.
I would probably agree with you too.
Yep.
Yep, I agree.
Saba, I did see you pop a hand up. I want to pass it over to you real quick if there's something you wanted to chime in with.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, no, I'm starting to get baked out here, eh? Fuck. Burning up. I've got to go and dip the skin. I've got to go. But love to hear and all, but yeah, fuck, it's hot, bro. I'm going for a swim. And I can't see my phone. I don't even know if you can hear me.
Sounds rough. Maybe you should go sit on your deck. All right, Fleece. We've been on this space for damn near 2 hours now. What a heck of a run today.
Yeah, we've been going hard. We've been keeping these spaces pretty short, right? Like 30 minutes. But yeah, it's good. It's good to come in.
No,
No, not your fault, dude. Probably my fault, to be honest. I came in about 30 minutes into it, and I've pretty much been talking nonstop. But yeah, there's it's going to be an exciting rest of this month. What do they call it? October. We've got XCP1 They will get paid back. XCP2 currently in play. XCP3 will be launching shortly. For those who want to get a real deep dive on it, I have set up an event for Friday, US time. I'm going to run a space. An internal Discord stage, and just come and do an AMA, give everybody the lowdown on what's happening, and yeah, super transparent, and just let everyone know what's up with the AI trading side of the house.
Perfect.
What's going on?
Awesome. Well, we'll get that event pushed out. Is it already been posted in Discord, Fleece?
Yep. I posted that in Discord.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought of another question.
Yeah, go for it, also.
It was the staking site for OGs and second battalions, and I can't remember. So they're still earning ammo.
Yep.
But it was something like, don't claim it right now because we're working on something.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, don't claim it unless you need to. Unless you need to get more ammo to get
to tier up
loaded against your NFTs. So if you need the ammo to load it against your NFTs to get them up to antimatter, top tier, then yeah, claim it if you need to. But otherwise, don't, because we are going to migrate the token. Yeah, we're basically going to do a snapshot, and we're going to migrate the token to another chain.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then when we do that, we'll basically look at the balances of everybody, and then we'll just go whether you're staked or claimed or whatever you got. Like basically the unclaimed, we'll just airdrop it to you. Yeah, right. We'll airdrop it to you.
Yeah, so don't waste your gas money claiming now, because it's for nil right now because transferring over. Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, unless, like what you said, unless it's going to make the difference of maxing out your Xeno to 35K, you can obviously go ahead and claim it so you can get your max rewards from those Xenos. You don't want to leave that money sitting on the table. Otherwise, hold on to it for now. Great questions, though. Great questions. I'm sure other people might have had those and didn't think to ask, but like all good things, sometimes they come to my mind, and within a flash, they're gone. And I think that comes with age. So, all right, Fleece. Any last minute kind of things? I think that we're ready to wrap it up. We'll look for those events to get pushed out inside of Discord. We've got another AMA tomorrow as well with another group. Guys, things have been just trucking along really well. So we're excited to see what comes in the next few months. All right. Other than that, Fleece, any last words, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, man. I think it's been a great space. Thanks for seeing everybody again. Yeah, we do have Hype Beast tomorrow. Then obviously the XCP updates the day after. Then we've got our monthly DAO meeting as well. So we'll be, I mean, all I'd say is just thanks. Thanks to everybody here. I know you're all community members, and we're early. I know many of you have portal passes, and we'll be getting free NFTs in the in the next collection, first responders. But no, really, I just want to thank you for continuing to have faith in the team and what we're doing and the mission, which is to end veteran homelessness and solve these problems. So no, that's all I've got to say. Thanks a lot. And just honestly, I fucking pinch myself every day. It's such a cool life, getting to hang out with you guys, and apparently we're working right now, allegedly. Allegedly we're working right now. Yeah, so thanks everyone. It's great.
Awesome. I got a little tunage to kind of take us out today.
I enjoyed The Power yesterday. One of my favorite tracks of all time.
Well, here, you might enjoy this one.
yeah. Can you sing with it?
Hell no. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening or day, wherever you're at in the world. Thank you.